Alright everybody, welcome back to Tales of the Forgotten, Dragon's Dogma 2. In this video, we're doing this part. We're doing this. What this is Downgrade game version, alright? So, Capcom has decided to bless us with the DLC. Really big expansion apparently, Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen. Only problem with that being that they've decided to update the game like twice prior to actually releasing the DLC for no reason whatsoever. Updates which you do not need in my opinion, or want currently, because I'm pretty sure mods have already addressed all of the issues they've addressed in those updates, and we don't really want and or need them, mostly because those updates specifically, which you get on Steam right now, okay, this right here, you don't need this. 3.1 is absolutely useless. 3.2 in my opinion also absolutely useless, though they say performance improvements. I'm curious to see what those will actually be at the end of August. They could have dropped them now in my opinion, but they probably only just now started working on them. Oh, Capcom, what are you doing? Anyway, the idea is that 3.1 broke most mods. Bestiary variants, Durnevir included. So, I have the fix for you. Hop on here. There's downgrade instructions can be found on Discord. Click that link. Alright? It's gonna send you directly to this. Alright? Right here. To DD2 downgrade instructions channel on my Discord. And you will start right here by reading 3020. Make sure your game version is that. Now how do you check? So you do that by going in your main directory of the game. Let me find it real quick. Right here. Come on, there we go. And then you right click the exe properties details right here. Okay, 3020. All right, now I've made sure that before I made this guide, everything works. I am already on that game version. Okay, I have made a backup for myself. I have done the deed. It's done. I've done everything to make sure like it's here. All right, it's here. So what you want to do? First of all. You need to make absolutely sure, okay, this is a mandatory step. If you're using the collection currently, you need to make absolutely sure you remove the collection entirely, because it's not gonna work otherwise, okay? The problem with that is Ori framework is installed and Fluffy is installed, okay? So you need to remove everything because of that. So please use the... where are you at? The TOTF DD2 nuke bat. Okay, what you want to do is to first go inside Fluffy. Okay, I'm gonna actually, you know what? Let me do it the vortex way, so you guys have an easier time of following what the fuck it is that I am doing. Give me a sec. All right, ignore the errors. I'm trying to fix the Cyberpunk collection. Yes, these are all my collections that I got right here. It'd be like that. So. See all of this? Control A. Oh, fuck off, Vortex. Control A. Remove. Now, what I suggest is when you click remove, remove only mod, do not delete archive, okay? Mostly because I'm not planning on updating the collection. I believe what we have currently is what we will be sticking with until either all mods get ported to 3.1 or... well, 3.2 releases and all mods get ported to that, and or the DLC expansion gets released and all mods get ported to that patch, okay? Now, I do believe I'm gonna stall the update all the way until after the expansion drops, okay? So, for anybody that wants to play the mod collection, now is the best time to get in, because I do not update this further, okay? Mostly because the mods will probably hella unstable for the next couple of months, okay? So what I suggest right now is downgrade your game if you want to play modded. If not, well, good luck. Otherwise, hop on here and I'm gonna help you downgrade, alright? If you got issues with this, please let me know. I did, however, test this and it works. I was in game for a little bit. You can see all of what I've done right here, okay? I needed help. I asked for help. Most users are USA. I'm in Europe, so most people have probably not even seen this, but this is all my research, okay? Essentially. This is all my research on how I figured it out. Anyway, the point is it works, okay? So, again, make sure you uninstall the collection, but first, you need to go inside Fluffy, okay? What you need to do is you need to disable all of this, okay? And then you need to make sure nothing else is installed by checking. If it's white, it's installed. If it's gray, it's not installed. Make sure everything is gray, okay? All of this needs to look like this. Like this, like not white. White means installed, okay? Now, after you've uninstalled everything in Fluffy, quit, go to mods. I'm sorry, I'm still trying to get used to the new Vortex interface. It's pissing me off because I don't really like it, but it's good at the same time. It's just taking me a while to get used to it. Now, after you've done that in Fluffy, make sure you Control A over here, okay? Control A, hold Control, press A, and then remove mods. Do not delete archive. Press remove. After that, make sure everything is uninstalled, because sometimes Vortex, especially if you have multiple archives, multiple mod installs, they have a tendency of sticking around. So make sure you uninstall everything. It needs to say uninstalled, okay? Everything needs to be uninstalled correctly. After that, you're gonna be doing this. So I recommend Steam console route because it's easier and maybe possibly safer. I don't know how much I should trust Depot Downloader, but if you want to go on here, here's the GitHub. Okay, right here. You go to Depot Downloader, you get instructions. Okay, right here. Click on this. It's gonna put you here. If you're here and don't know what to do, right here is the latest release. You click on that. Give me a sec. My scroll wheel is a little fucky. Okay, latest release sends you back to here. Okay. Now, you got some instructions in here. I've already went through this and kind of figured it out for you. So if you want to do this, make sure you use this format, because this format does not work. Unfortunately, this is for anonymous downloads. Unfortunately, anonymous downloads do not work for Dragon's Dogma 2. So you need the username and password route, which I'm not entirely sure if this is the correct format. I'm not gonna lie. But from what I've seen on here, okay, this should be it right here. So this is what you do. This is the first one, and then replace the manifest with the second. Now, I do recommend Steam console route, which is easier. You press Windows key and R, you get run, or just, you know, go to start, type run, and then click on it, opens this. Type in Steam, you know, open console with the slashes and the dots. Click OK. Make sure you're on Steam when you do this, okay? It's gonna open up the console. If it's not, if it's like this, or if you're in the library or something, it's gonna show up in here. If you have a family code thingy, I forgot what it's called, it's gonna ask you to type the code, type it in, it's gonna open the console. Again, this is Steam's official console, which I do believe is a heck of a lot safer than whatever Steam Depot is doing, or Depot Downloader is doing, because it's asking you for username and password. Anyway, after that, what you're gonna wanna do is, I'm gonna go, you know, to screen here, so you guys have an easier time of following this. Download this, you put it in, you press enter, you wait. This one is approximately 66 gigabytes, okay? This is the main game. Now, what this contains, I'll show you in a minute, but first, please do make sure you download them in order and wait for each download to finish individually before you start the next, okay? Now, after this one finishes, I am not gonna do this because I've already done this. You will download this one after the first one finished, okay? Because Steam console is a little finicky. And then you type it in, you download, okay? Now, I'm gonna go back to library if you don't mind. And we're going back to this. So, the downloads are gonna be in here, inside program files, 86, Steam apps, content, app. Okay, and the app ID is for Dragon's Dogma 2. Here are your depots. Now, please make absolutely sure you're doing this in the correct order. 71 first, 73 second. Okay, you're gonna open it up, highlight everything, or control press hold press A, select all, control hold press C to copy. Yes, do copy. Please make sure, you know, you still have a backup just in case, so you don't have to do this again. And then I'm gonna go inside my Dragon's Dogma 2 folder right here. You're gonna control V. Now, I might have fucked myself over by doing that. I'm not entirely sure what I did. Anyway. Okay, anyway, I think I should be still fine. Worst case scenario, I do it again. Anyway, the whole point is you're gonna be asked to overwrite the files. Please do so. Now, after you've done that with the first depot, you go back. Okay? Open the 73 depot. Okay? Copy everything. This is where you check the exe. Make sure you downloaded the correct one. I did already, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay? Copy everything. Control C. Control V, paste it right here, override. Again, order matters. First, this, notice how it only has 12 pack files. This is the depot. If we go to Steam DB info, and then Dragon's Dogma 2, give me a second to find it. And then if we go to, okay, this is gonna be annoying like that, so bear with me. We go to packages. Give me a second. I need to find it. I forgot how to find it. Depots. Excuse me. And then 71. Okay. 71, 73. Okay. Give me a sec. I'm getting lost in all the stuff. Okay. 71, okay, depot ID, and then you have manifest. It's this, I think. I don't recall exactly. It could be the April one. Okay, so last pack file is that, but we're downloading the main one, which contains pretty much kind of like this. Okay, again, this one is latest, so we don't want that. Anyway, the point is I've done my research on this and it does work. So what you want to do now, after you've made sure to copy everything and to do everything correctly, you're right here. Okay, you do the override of the files from the depot folders into your main directory, and then you go down here and you look for re_chunk_000.pack.patch_13 and 14. All right, these two need to be deleted, otherwise your game's not gonna function. It's gonna boot up, it's gonna stay on a black screen. Okay, I've already tried, it don't work. Okay, so once you delete those two, please make sure to boot up the game. Make sure it works, okay? If not, let me know. You probably fucked something up along the way. And I'll either point you to this or, you know, walk through it, I guess. So, after this, what you want to do is to reinstall the collection after you make sure your game functions. So what you want to do is to boot up the game into the main menu, okay? If you can go into the main menu, you should be fine. Then, you reinstall the collection. You use the bat files I've provided. Ideally this one. The file structure setup bat is pretty much mandatory even for the light preset currently, and I do believe it's gonna stay that way because skill maker and all that, and character presets, you know, character presets have been included in the light one, so if you want to use them, you will need to use the TOTF file structure bat folder, or file. Aside from that, you should be good, okay? Just make sure you enable them, because we have the modular install nowadays. Make sure you enable them in the correct order. This is the main one. This absolutely needs to be enabled for a couple of these to function, okay? This is one, this is second, third, fourth, fifth. They're optional, which means they don't really rely on each other, but they rely on the main one to a certain degree, okay? I hope you guys have figured it out, and I'll see you in the next one. Let me know if you can't upgrade or downgrade.